What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I did a video at the beginning of May kind of outlining what my expectations were for, the next couple of months, including the summer. I'm thinking of doing the same one, or I'm planning to do something similar here now that we're at the start of June. And if you look back, I feel like I got May spot on. May was the month of land 1.6 specifically. In the first maintenance window, we got the grain DECLP, and in the second maintenance window, we got the what's that called? Prefix titles, right? So, and the team had like outlined that ahead of time, so I guess it wasn't too difficult for me to get it right. But either way, I got it right, and the team helped me. They delivered, which is awesome. Keep in mind, the disclaimer here is that I have no idea what's going on. I don't, outside of whatever is happening on the town halls, it's not like I have access to any kind of information of whatever, is being worked on or released. This is just my own estimations based on stuff that's been said either in Discord or in town halls, or, in the town hall chat where Matt usually chimes in. So, the only thing that's really changed since that last time frame is this wild season permit, wild season pass, right? That's the biggest wrinkle that's been thrown in. Something that I think has people either excited or inflamed, right? One way or another. Nobody can ever be in the middle, right? It's just people are either love it or they hate it. But that was the main thing. And so now looking ahead to the next couple of months, the way that I had outlined it, and let's just do it this way, right? What are the major releases that we are expecting from the team? And, if we expect them to do like one major thing every maintenance window, right? 2 maintenance windows every month. We'll just go with June, July, maybe we'll dip into August. Although we had started to dip into August a little bit last time, and I'm going to reshift things around based on where I see things going. So, next maintenance window is going to be June 11th. So that is coming up within, a week and a half here. So not too far away. Here's what I had in addition, right? So in addition to now this new wild permit, which I think should get implemented hopefully sooner rather than later. In that last video, I talked about the one-click set rentals as part of the new player experience, as well as the onboarding and tutorial that, Nate and the creative team has been kind of like teasing out this whole like cool element of like, maybe it's not PvE isn't the right way to call it, but it's just a tutorial that comes in and is much more engaged and hand-holding for new players, right? So those were the 2 main things I thought could get released this month, right? But let me continue further. We also have the Soulbound reward cards. And now this might be done in 2 steps, right? Because there's 2 elements to it. It's launching the new Soulbound reward cards, like the new set, right, which would be the Rebellion frame, as well as the unlocking of the Soulbound reward cards for Chaos Legion. So I don't know when, if, how all that comes into play, right? But for the sake of this video, let's just assume that ends up happening across 2 time periods, right? We'll treat them as 2 separate things, although maybe they can be one. But I would totally be understanding of the team not wanting to add any extra pressure, where it's just like, hey, let's launch the new cards. So now when you go open, the card rarity draws and reward chests, you get these new cards. And then the next time around, we'll have it so that you can unlock all the Chaos Legion Soulbound cards, right? Just so that poor investigators not having to do too much during any of the release cycles. So that's 5 things right there, right? Let's start mapping this out. Personally, I think that the wild season permit should be taking precedence, and considering that there's only 1 town hall now, that to me, in my opinion, potentially signals that, and this is maybe me being a little optimistic, that we could be getting the wild season permit sooner rather than later. It could get implemented on the June 11th maintenance window, which it wouldn't go active on June 11th, right? Because that would still be middle of the season, but middle of June, whenever that season ends, that would be the first time that we would have that permit. Now, I think it's, the proposal is passing. It's got overwhelming support. I know there's a lot of people who still feel strongly against it, but this is something that the team believes is crucial. And we're already seeing a lot of the impacts of, accounts being consolidated, coming down. So I think that the impact is already being felt there. And so I think if the team was going to prioritize anything in order to kind of help boost this economy, it's got to be that. So my hope is that we see that on the first maintenance window for June, which like I said earlier, is coming up here in just about a little over a week. Now for the second maintenance window, I'm going to go with one-click set rentals. So I'm pushing one-click set rentals back one maintenance window from when I had it. And again, this is all arbitrary, right? Like I have no idea. But the reason I'm pushing that back, or at least having that up first, is because I would say that is probably more crucial to get from a new player experience rather than the onboarding. And I know I'm not trying to say that the onboarding tutorial is not important, but I think they'd want to have that up and running before the onboarding. Again, this is just my personal opinion. Also, because of the fact that I don't think that they would have that ready for the 11th, mainly because they haven't had a chance to talk about it. So my guess is that we will see in the town hall later this month. I believe that they're going to do it on the third Thursday of every month. So we'll see on that town hall, hopefully two things, right? The mechanics around one-click set rentals, how that's all going to work, and then actually the onboarding stuff, which would end up being the first release window of July, right? So new player experience is still taking precedence. It's all just getting shifted back one maintenance window for the wild season permit, right? So wild season permit on the 11th, I guess it would be the 25th, would be one-click set rentals, and then you'd have the onboarding tutorial, all that stuff done on the first July one. I don't have the date off the top of my head. Now, from there, we would get another town hall, right? The July town hall before the second July maintenance window, which to me signals an opportunity for the team to come in and talk through all of the Rebellion Soulbound reward card stuff and the unlocking of Chaos Legion Soulbound cards. So this gives the team some time because, as of the last town hall, Matt said that they still haven't decided any numbers. They haven't finalized anything yet. And so I think that there's probably just a lot on their plate first, which is why I think the NPE stuff is taking precedence, and they're saying that they want to still get this out in the summer. So late July and early August are the time frames that I can see that happening. Right. So I don't know what order it would be. My best guess is what I said earlier, where they launched the reward cards for Rebellion maybe at the end of July, and then allow the unlocking in the first wave of August, right? Wave is not the right word. The first maintenance window of August. And then to close out August, I put this as something potentially that would happen in the last video as well. But to close out August, the team did say that they wanted to have promo cards. So promo cards every quarter. So August would be, a full quarter, 3 months after the May promo card. And I can see them doing some kind of promo card event in late August going into September, right? So launch at the end of August in that second maintenance window. And then going into September onwards, I really don't know. Obviously that's, 3-ish months away at this point. But I think that lines up what at least my personal expectations are based on what the team is aspiring to do and get out over the next 3 months. So let me know if that makes sense for you, if the timeline makes sense, if you agree or disagree, or if I missed something, or if you think something should be added in. But for the most part, that's where my head is at in terms of what the team is trying to accomplish. The only other thing that could throw a wrench into this, and I'll close with this, is Matt did mention a potential partnership in the last town hall, saying that he's been working on something, it's beneficial. He's also very self-aware about partnerships, saying that the team announced a bunch of stuff in the past that never came to fruition. But if Matt says that and is self-aware, and then comes out and says like there's a partnership being worked on, it gives me a little bit more confidence that the partnership actually has some legs and that it's not going to be announced until there's something to announce, right? It's not just like, hey, we booked a deal with Warner, Music or Warner whatever. It's It's not just that. It's hey, we booked the deal. Here are the details. It's launching such and such date. Blah blah blah. So I don't know that would necessarily happen over the summer, because all things considered, you can already tell that there's a lot, the team has packed in for the next 3 months if they just go with what I outlined. On top of that, if the deal, right, if this partnership is still in the works, in my opinion, I don't think it's started yet, right? There hasn't been any work that has started on it, which means it wouldn't actually release over the summer. It would probably be something where maybe we get an announcement, and maybe that's what happens in September at the earliest, right? If it makes sense. But I don't even want to speculate out that far. Like I said, this is just a wrench thrown into the system of new things that have come up and maybe of some importance in this time frame. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.